Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mordor campaign. I'm glad you could join me. I really am, because I am actually quite enjoying this campaign at the moment. Usually I enjoy it, but I'm enjoying it more so now. There's like this puzzle going on where we are slowly amassing arms. It's like an arms race, I guess. We're slowly amassing armies in an effort to defeat Harad. And I've just noticed that the invasion army, I almost said jihad army, which is not correct. There's actually two armies of Run on their way down to Umbar, which is all the fucking way down here. So they're going to cut a bloody swath through Harad, and that got me thinking about joining that invasion as well. So when we join an invasion, as far as I'm aware, the stack becomes free. You no longer pay upkeep, and I'm just looking at my armies, and I'm thinking, well, that's 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stack, 4 stacks. 4 stacks we could potentially have join the invasion, and then we would not have to pay upkeep on them. And I'm really thinking that the vast majority, if not all of the armies of Harad are in Gondor, or rather the former territories of Gondor. So I think we could sweep in, grab all of these cities in the heartland of Harad, and pen them in Gondor. The only problem, of course, being Tarnost and Lon Galen, which are just fucking swarming with men. Also the border by Durwath. But I think maybe we'll be in a weird situation where we rampage across the heartland of Harad, capture their cities, and they rampage across, I guess, what used to be, well, hopefully they don't even make it to Rohan, but what used to be, like, lands of the Enedwyth. Well, they're not even in this version of the Third Age, so I'm not entirely sure who owned these territories to begin with. Probably rebels, I would think. But they could storm across these territories, maybe some high elves, I guess, and they would capture this, and this is not at all crucial to our operation. There is, of course, 1,500, 2,200, I don't know, 3,400 gold being generated by these 4 cities. If we could hold them at Foldberg, that would be ideal, but I don't think that would happen, of course, because we have, the, what is this? The Hornburg, of course. Good lord. Helm's Deep. Over here, we have Adorn, amongst other things. Basically, what I'm saying is I imagine Harad will push north as we push south. The difference being these cities are very valuable to Harad. These are not valuable to us. We could also hold them at Dunharrow. I have a whole stack here. Alternatively, I could maybe pull some of these units away just to tie down Hornburg and Adorn. We only need like 2 or 3 units just to besiege the place, basically, because they will not be able to break out. In addition, once we put those stacks on the invasion, they will of course be free. That will allow us to recruit more units in, say, Durwath. Durwath now has units available for recruitment, as does Ginerd. Well, some, not very many. Talsir, I think, does not. Well, no, 8 units away still. Lond Angren has none, Lond Dare has none, so maybe just Ginerd and Durwath. But the fact remains, we could potentially recruit stuff. We could recruit stuff, and we would be able to do the same in Mordor. We could basically shit out a stack or 2 to replace the ones that we've recruited, and maybe they could move forward to hold, I don't know, Arnak is probably not integral to our plans, but Minas Tirith and Pelargir for sure. For sure. So we would want to hold on to those, but it just depends on what the Death Ball of Harad would do. We could always hold the river as well, but they will just go around, potentially. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe. This also gives us a bit of a solution in the north, because I've just captured Worm Cove. All we need to do was leave behind like 130 orcs with, various levels of equipment, and then we are off to the races. We are now heading to join up with our other army over by Azanulimbardum. We've got the troll catapults, which are basically useless at this point, but holy shit, they tore it up in Worm Cove. It was great. It was great! So, basically, once we capture Azanu Limbar Doom, we are SOL. These stacks have nowhere to go, and I'm looking at them, and I'm thinking, man, these guys are pretty expensive per turn, especially if we look at Dawn Death's stack. He's got, you know, Oleg High. They are 600 in upkeep per turn, so in 3 turns, we will have been able to recruit a brand new unit elsewhere for the same price. And then just imagine how long it would take for these guys to march back to Mordor. But if they joined the invasion and they were free, they would get increased movement and we would not have to pay for them. So then we would not have to re-recruit them elsewhere. It's excellent. And I think that's what I would like to do. We really need to prioritize. I think we should just prioritize this section of Gondor. We have the southern border of, I guess this is Athilion, yes. And it bothers me and pains me to say this, but maybe we should just give up on the western front, the westernmost front for the time being. Of course, we will continue to push up in the north. We are still besieging Coldfells. We still have Byrig besieged, which we will attack in just a moment. And then, of course, we still have tons of troops coming out of Moria, etc., etc. We have people moving to become governors. I've also gathered all of the most excellent generals we can. All of the best men in the entire kingdom. Like, look at this. Laglug has 5 pips of fear, which makes him, basically, that's dread. He's better on the battlefield. Very little command, but, you know, he will grow into that role as time goes on. Basically, I want to keep some other guys for governors, etc., etc. Not that it makes a huge difference, but in some places it really fucking does. I pulled someone out of Karis Galadin. Yeah, I pulled old Laglug out of Karis Galadin, and I think it lost like 500 gold in income. Which, again, is not a huge difference, but it is when we are starved for income like we are. Look at this. Our projected profits, we have nearly broke even. We're still in a bit of a deficit, unfortunately. But anyway, I think we ought to move on and fight the battle for Byrig. First of all, we failed a mission to annex Graham, which is, if I remember correctly, the settlement held by... Yeah, it's held by Isengard, right about here. Well, our spy can't move, but it's here. There was no way we were going to nab that from Isengard at the moment, so it was kind of a waste. Regardless. Let's see. Faction announcements. Zaglag, rather, and Lunduf have some shit. Okay. That leaves us all alone with Byrig. Aragorn will have wished that he could defend Byrig, but he can't. He absolutely cannot, because we're going to ravage it from without with our catapults and our ballista and our Oleg High and all of our noodly appendages. Captain Lunug, I almost thought that said lung for a second. He is not going to be coming onto the battlefield. Instead, he will just stand idly by and watch our backs from Aragorn, who is leading what I can only assume is a shitty ragtag force of rebels. Anyway, everyone, we are going to hop in onto the battlefield here. I might make this episode a bit of a long one. I'm not sure. Alright, here we are outside the shitty Arnorian camp of Byrig. I can only assume that it was previously an orc camp that has been since occupied. But man, it was sort of bizarre. Initially, we were deployed behind this massive, beautiful monastery overlooking the absolute poverty of Byrig. It's sort of bizarre. I don't know. I imagine that this monastery would just get ridiculously raided and destroyed as the walled settlement just sits idly by. Like I said, bizarre. But anyway, we are going to move our missiles forward, first of all. And we are going to start poking holes in these walls like I poke holes in my condoms. We're... I guess we could... I don't know why I built the ladders, to be honest. This is all useless. Let's drop that shit. Maybe we could get the ram forward, if possible. Seems almost unnecessary, but holy shit. We've hit this wall so hard, light has begun to reflect off it differently. Oh, okay, never mind. It has since returned. Okay, we're going to start shooting. We're going to shoot at them inside of the wall. And my archers are advancing. Oh, they're shooting. My mistake. I was not sure. So, against the lightly armored troops of Arnor, this should actually be pretty effective. Speaking of effective, though, my catapults are completely ineffective. It seems that they have not been able to hit anything. Well, actually, no. They've just hit the wall. Oh, shit. They hit that wall so hard, it went through the other side and hit some of these Dunedain bodyguards. Holy shit. Okay, I would really like to target those guys with the ballistas. I don't think it's gonna happen. Probably not. Let's just continue focusing on the... Whoop, there goes. There goes my hero. We're going to try to throw some ballista bolts through the opening in the wall. There we are. Okay, we're going to also advance our... what is this? Our maulers up. We could also... I don't have any spear units, actually. I guess we'll have to move the halberds up. I just want to ensure that these cavalry can't come out and wreck our day. I'm a little bit worried about it. Oh yeah, our missiles are actually doing quite a bit of work here. Tons of Arnorians laying dead. Dead or dying. Especially the cavalry, wow. Oh man. Well, what else is left in here? Okay, we've got actually tons of Arnorians in the center of town, but it's, again, it seems like it's all militia, all lightly armored troops, archers and whatnot. I guess we could technically move everything up. There's no harm in doing so, especially these Uruks. I would also like my Nazgul up. Bam. Put them behind the archers, I guess. And the Olaghai could probably take up a spot, preferably not right in front of the catapults. The last thing I want is a catapult missile of some description to hit my Olaghai in the back of the head, crushing his skull immediately. That would actually be a bit of a living nightmare, to be honest. That would be the sort of thing I would wake up from in a cold sweat, essentially. Okay, we are going to continue to pelt these walls with missiles. It looks like we're not doing so well in that regard. Although we're still hitting... Let's focus down the bodyguard unit, actually. That would be better. Oh, we've got some new bandits coming up. That's a prime target for our Nazgul to get in there like SEAL Team 6. Strike them. Hopefully pull out. Like I do with my condoms that have holes in them. We're going to... sorry dear, I need to pull out because I poked holes in the condom. Good lord. Okay, we're going to be able to sneak in here. We're just gonna sneak on in. And maybe we could annihilate the bodyguard. Wouldn't that be excellent? Look at that. We're just fucking sneaking on in. Oh, looks like our own archers caused a casualty there, maybe? Oh, we are being hit by Arnorians. Okay, well this actually is not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. Yeah, we're getting shredded by missiles. Holy shit. Okay, we're going to pull out of there. Come on. Oops, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. I thought we could be a little more sneaky, but I should have known we are orcs, not elves. There we go. Another hole in the wall. And we need our Uruks. Should we just send in the Uruks? Let's send in all of the infantry. Come on, why not? Let's go. If possible, I would like to sneak the Nazgul in. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get our siege units, that is, to try to hit the center of town. That would be nice. It's not going to be long until we've overrun the defenses at the walls, so we just need to prep for a defense against these forces coming in from the center of town. So we'll get our archers in position. We've got the infantry streaming in. Holy shit, look at this. It's like the bulls of the buffalo. Or the horns of the buffalo. However that goes. Okay, I want to hit these Arnor sergeants. Unfortunately, it looks like they're going to hit us before we are able to respawn. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh man, the Dunedain bodyguard is holding back the flow. My word, look at this. They're just throwing their bodies onto my orc spears in an attempt to stem the flow, stem the tide. Alright, let's get these guys to use flaming ammunition so we can see every single blow. That's great. The archers as well, flaming ammunition. Did we kill... Look at that, we killed Lord Erebir. What a piece of shit. Burn in hell, Erebir. We are also going to get the Olghai in. Look at this. Yeah, this massive infantry is just going ballistic. Yeah, hopefully our missiles are firing. Boom! Oh, it's juicy. I can't help but think that's fucking juicy when I see a prime hit on a massive infantry. I don't know why. Okay, we're now throwing arrows in as well. Say goodbye, Arnorians. Sweet dreams. Oh no. We've accidentally roasted one of our own men, unfortunately. It's a terrible day. It's a terrible day. Ooh, another nice hit. Okay, those Arnorian archers are still standing. Amazingly. Oh shit. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh man, our infantry is just flooding over these enemies here. Let's get the halberds and the maulers to deal with the cavalry. Let's get them up there. Maybe our infantry will be able to flank around if they're paying attention, I guess. If they listen to my commands. I do need some orcs to take a bit of time. Oh my fuck, what has happened here? I've only got 87... Alright, I'm not sure how this has happened, but one of my... Oh, I see what's happened. I think one of my raider units was trying to move through an enemy unit, and thus they just received tons of casualties. Oh my fuck, what is this? Okay, we can see my orc archers. Oh fucking god. My orc archers charging into hand-to-hand combat. That's very cinematic. Though I don't know why it's happening. They have ammunition, too. This is the worst part. Where are my other archers? Oh, they're in this massive infantry. Okay, well. They could come back to guard the siege equipment. These two units, I have no fucking idea. Where do you get off charging cavalry like that? I don't know why this is happening. Oh my god! For a brief moment, my heart stopped. Until I realized that my archers are fucking geniuses. They moved the cavalry into the prime position to be knocked out by my siege equipment. Wow. A true military genius must be leading them. He saw that where even I did not. I am amazed. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Archer man. Archer orc, I guess. Whatever his fucking name is. Zugnag. I'm sorry I doubted you, Zugnag. You are a much better commander than I, and show. I was really hoping for some of these catapult bolts to land in this massive infantry, just like that. And these Arnorian archers. Is it all archers? Oh, there's some hobbits in there as well, I guess. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to kite the militia. Maybe, just maybe. Shit, let's see. Let's get these guys in a group to attack the sergeants. There's only 20 of them left. Maybe, just maybe, What is this? Hobbitrine arms. Take care of them. Maybe we'll be able to flank around and charge these archers. Okay, we're going to get these guys into a group as well. They're going to charge the militia. Shit, yeah. Oh, man. Our siege equipment is... I feel like they're just fucking cleaning up. They're really cleaning up when it comes to these archer units. Oh, man, here comes the massive infantry. Let's see, let's get this other bodyguard. There's only one of them left. I think that's the other general. It's not Erebir, but... Oh my fuck. 24 black Numenorians just swarming one poor, unsuspecting Arnorian, and there he goes. It was Erahale. He's no longer part of this world. He has been taken care of. Alright, our catapult's still firing. Archers. Let's focus on the... Well, actually, no. These are Arnor men-at-arms. Let's get rid of them. We were firing. Let's continue firing. Alright, it looks like my anti-cavalry force has succeeded. We're now just chopping through some bandits, unfortunately. Seems like a waste of time. I would redirect some of this infantry, but I'm very concerned that we would just have some friendly fire. And I want to continue destroying these archers with the catapults. But, well, they're out of ammunition anyway. Let's get the Nazgul in. Let's get these units in. There we are. Oh, man, yeah, we've just broken everyone. The archers need to stop firing. Keep firing, assholes! No, stop firing. There we go. We're going to charge the Arnorian archers in the rear. They are out of the town center, so it's likely that they'll break in the face of this massive onslaught. Much like these militia who are going to be facing our Uruks, the most elite of elites. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we've actually begun to break their units. They're trying to flee through our Nazgul. Good luck, Sonny Jim. Oh no, it's a fucking complete massacre. Oh, it's bloody. Looks like these guys are now fighting to the death. The Oleg High are just going fucking ballistic. Cleaving Arnorians in twain, left, right, and center. Although, to be fair, looks like they're actually doing a considerable amount of damage to my Numenorians. I would not have thought. Apparently, this is the world we live in now, where poor Levi archers are able to slay black Numenorians in great numbers. Good lord, how has this happened? I looked away for a second. Is it the men-at-arms? I don't know. I'm just not sure. Okay, we really need to get around on the flank here. There we go. Once again, we've charged a poor, unsuspecting group of Arnorians, and they are soon to be dead, I think. Okay, I need to get the Oleg High out of there because they are jamming up the works. Also, they're putting on the Ritz. Alright, we're trying to get the Uruks around the flank because it looks like these guys are about to break. Let's get the Numenorian set up for one final amazing charge against these Arnorian archers. I have to say, though, they did clean up. It's just unfortunate that they themselves kind of got their shit pushed in. It's not so great. Okay, let's break these Arnor militia once and for all. Here they go. There's 48 of them. Boom. They are now fighting to the death. They're still wavering. Amazing. Maybe they are considered to be inside the town center. That would be my assumption anyway. Let's see if we can get these Oleg High around the flank. Shit, my Numenorians are still not doing so hot. Alright, so we've got, what, 11% of our army dead? We're doing pretty good. Doing not so bad. Let's get the Numenorians to charge into the town center. There we go. Can we kill these 2 men right off the bat? Yep, and those hobbits as well. Are we killing hobbits? Man, I have to say, these hobbits are brave as hell. They're putting up a hell of a fight, trying to take out... trying to take out my Numenorians, but they're just not meant to be here. They are not meant to be in this level of battle. There's thousands of orcs present. When you start getting into the hundreds of orcs, that's when hobbits need to vacate the premises, in my humble opinion. Okay, we've won the battle. Let's just finish it here. 1 man remaining. We lost 450 orcs in order to slay basically 1,300 Arnorians. I think that's a fair trade. I do. Unfortunately, one of our orc mauler units has lost an experience point. Interesting. Who inflicted the most casualties? 1 unit of raiders, catapult, and the Numenorians, of course. This raider unit apparently cleaned right up. Let's see. Healed casualties. Again, that 1 unit of orc raiders, they've healed quite a few casualties. Interesting. Alright, we are clearly going to be sacking Byrig. There is no other way around it, essentially. And look at this. We are now making a surplus. We will actually be in the black next turn. I should mention I did get a bunch of spies killed as well. For 100 gold per turn per spy. I think I killed like 7 of them. Basically, I figured we should begin infiltrating enemy cities. So I've been trying to train my spies up on the Western Front in the north, so on and so forth. So I think we now have a spy in Calimbel. Pinnith Galen, Lon Galen have yet to receive a spy. Tirith Raid now has a spy as well. So this will become very relevant once we start besieging enemy settlements. Like, imagine if we had 4 settlements in a row, all have been infiltrated. We will know that we have a chance to have the gates unlocked, essentially. And we could just stream in, no problem at all. Also, what's interesting is the income in Tirith Raid is 3,700 gold. So Tirith Raid, I think, is making more gold than any settlement, well, basically any settlement I have in my kingdom. It's making more cash than all of Minas Tirith. Makes me wonder how many other settlements they have of this caliber, because Tirith Raid is not an important city in any way, shape, or form. They don't even have, like, a mining camp, I don't think. I mean, they do have whatchamacallits, ports and whatnot. It's very bizarre. Anyway, I'm fairly certain that most cities in the Haradrim Heartland is like that. And as we begin to take cities like that, my assumption is Harad will be forced to downsize their army. Although, I don't know if that's true because, as we all know, the AI cheats like a piece of shit. There we go. We have now captured Byrig, and we've got a united front from this river here all the way up to Imladris, carrying all, well, eventually to Coldfells, I guess. Anyway, it's a beautiful thing. A thing of beauty. We have our reinforcements outside of Byrig, so that we are able to deal with Aragorn, which I think we will deal with off camera at some point. I'm not feeling like it right now. What we could do, potentially, is end the turn and see what happens next turn. Once we've done that, I guess we could end the episode and I can clean up Byrig. Let's see.
I would advise you
Oh.
listen to us this day. Oh well. Aye, farewell.
Once again, we actually have cash. We're making a small sum of what? Oh, I see. We've already put 1,200 gold into construction somewhere in our kingdom. Next turn we will have 2,200 gold, but I am always pleased to have gold because it then allows me to build watchtowers again. It's been such a long time. In other news, we failed a couple missions. Well, actually no, we failed one mission and we have a new mission. I misspoke. We have a new mission to blockade the port of Erenvorn, which I guess is a high elf settlement up here. Sure, that's of course not going to happen as it is impossible, but we have also failed to join the invasion. So I think we had 7 turns to do so. And if I'm not mistaken, we have 10 turns to join an invasion after it has been called. Meaning I think that we have like 3 turns left to join the invasion. If this plan is to take place as I've laid it out, we need to join the invasion either this turn or the following turn. I don't want to get, you know, too ballsy, basically. So I think we'll take a brief look around the kingdom, or empire, I should say, the Empire of Mordor. And once we've done that, I think we'll end the episode. And I think I'm pretty dead set next episode we will join the invasion and initiate our, well, invasion of Harad. I tentatively say that, but I'm pretty... Oh, fuck! There's actually a city all the way out here, Erelond. What in the... That's nuts. Anyway, we're going to move Dondeth to meet up with his good friend, Dwarf Wa, Lord of Terror. The OG. Oh man, we have 4 troll catapults here. Let's merge those. I think... Let's see. I'll have to merge these armies off camera, but essentially I think what's going to happen is we will have one army with 2 Nazgul at the helm and a bunch of units which we will use to capture Azanu Limbar Doom, and we will have a small stack of reinforcements which will, I think at some point, be disbanded. I'm going to try to get this assassin killed because he costs 200 gold per turn. There we go. Mobeg has died. Legif the Watcher has received this retinue, Master of Assassins. Okay, others discount on agent training costs. Is that all agents or just assassins? It would make sense if it was assassins, but it's just straight up agent training costs. Okay, interesting. There we go. So we've killed an assassin, and look at that. Our treasury total has risen ever so slightly. Okay, so we can take a look at this army. I think I've already scouted it out. Let's scout these other agents. I'm just trying to train my spy up, essentially. I would like to infiltrate Azanu Limbar Doom proper. Okay, I think that's all we can do in Dale and the former holdings of the dwarves. Let's take a quick look at Coldfells. 2 more turns until they surrender, and we will have to defeat their sally out. Once we've captured Coldfells, I think we've agreed to move on to... Was it Fornost Arain? I'm pretty sure here's Al-Mansul. We'll have to go for that at some point. It's difficult to say. Of course, the forces in Litash will eventually march north. I'm not sure when it is going to occur. Because as far as I can tell, it's going to be very difficult to actually remove our armies from the place. It's unfortunately not very happy with having been captured. The people are very salty. Okay, so we could potentially leave with this little force, which I'm not too pleased about. But we'll have to make it work. In Lodris, still unhappy as well. We've got a new governor coming, several turns away. Let's see. We are moving many, many units around in Mordor, Ithilien, Gondor. And we'll have to get that sorted in time for the invasion. I'm still... Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Okay, so a bunch... Wow. A bunch of the armies around Tarnost have actually begun to move. In what direction? I am unsure. What this means? I'm unsure. It's very very interesting. So we're seeing some movement. Some fucking movement. How much? See, look at this. Callum Bell also makes 35. Look at all the fucking trade. Oh my god. Callum Bell is making 3,500 gold as well. Ooh, you know what? I just realized something that will also very much contribute to this invasion. All of these cities and towns are already followers of Melkor. So I think once I capture them, maybe like within 5 turns, I'll have new units to recruit in those towns. However long it takes for units to show up in the roster. Well, I misspoke. Maybe it will take 20 turns. It's probably going to take 20 turns. Anyway, I think we'll end it here. As I said, when we come back, we will most likely, I'm saying like 90% likely, it's 90% likely that we will join the invasion and begin capturing towns of Harad. It has to happen now because basically we're burning tons of cash with these armies. I want to get some more cash with the free upkeep so I can then recruit more armies to capture more cities. And my thought is the attrition rate in the armies will be so high that even once the invasion is over, I'm pretty sure that our treasury will be able to handle it. Or at least that's how I'm going to play it. I need to grind down these armies of Harad with my own. And you know what, if we look at the rankings and we check up on Harad, I think their military is still above ours, unfortunately. Financially, they are actually doing worse than we are. So if we take maybe like 1 or 2 towns, they should be in the red, and I hope with my heart of hearts that they will actually have to disband units. Let's see. Yeah, so their military is really the only scary thing here. Holy shit, Run has actually overtaken us militarily. I don't know how they've managed it, but they've done it. Phew. Alright. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're getting pumped as fuck for this invasion, because I certainly am. As always, my name is Incoherence. You guys are fucking awesome, and I will see you all later.